Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is a new week here in Call of Duty, and that means we've got some new updates inbound over the course of the next few days. We've got some new content coming, a brand new weapon coming, some event updates as well. We also have more incoming bug fixes and gameplay updates, and we've even seen several new updates go live over the course of the past few days as well. So there are quite a few things we've got to break down here today, starting first with a few of the things that have changed over the past couple of days. We saw a few weekend updates go out for Black Ops 7 and Warzone, including this announcement from COD Updates, which is ultimately going to benefit players in-game a lot going forward. They say for BO7 in-game exotic weapons are going to begin tracking their base weapon camo and base level progression in a future update. So if you have been grinding in-game, you've been going for Genesis as a camo, leveling up your operators, everything like that, you probably noticed that if you end up getting exotic weapons, one, they don't track for any camos. You can't do camo challenges with them. And then two, you're not leveling up whatever base weapon it is. So if you get the exotic Maverick, you won't be able to level up your base Maverick. Seems really counterintuitive, right? So I'm glad they came to their senses here and realized, hey, we should probably add tracking to some of the best weapons in the game. So if you do happen to find some exotics, you'll be able to actually capitalize on those beyond just making your gameplay a little bit easier there. So definitely some good news with this first update. Now, Call of Duty is offering a new camo reward if you go through and you verify your email on the callofduty.com/verify email websites. Over the weekend, or just before the weekend, they did have to take the website offline though, because there were some issues going on. However, they have fixed that. That is now resolved. So if you're looking to just get a free camo for your weapons, go onto the website here, verify your email. It'll give you like a little code, and then you get a free camo in game that you can use on any gun. So take advantage of that while that's going on. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a Warzone integration update if there weren't some unintended exploits and bugs and glitches. And so that said, over the weekend, they did have to go through and disable the body shield in Warzone while they investigate a related exploit. So if you're wondering why you can't go through and use that feature now, you can only do the finishing moves and whatnot, this is why it is currently out of the game, because there are some problems going on with that. Obviously, this will get fixed and re-added back into the game here, hopefully in the near future, as we continue to see new updates roll out that do address some of these issues that they're bringing up, or fixing things that, you know, they haven't talked about yet, they haven't addressed in any fashion. You guys already know I'm gonna keep you up to date with all the need to know details for everything going on in COD, whether it's multiplayer, endgame, zombies, Warzone. Obviously, this is the place to be to stay up to date with COD, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. And if you enjoy the videos we're going through all these new updates, do me a favor, drop a like. It's always seriously appreciated. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this one bummed me out a little bit because I was having some fun testing around and using some weapons like this, but over the weekend they also announced that they've had to disable all of the Black Ops 6 sniper rifles and some Black Ops 6 marksman rifles while they investigate an issue. With this, there were damage related problems. It seemed like the HDR was one-shotting to certain parts of the body it should not have been one-shotting to, and so they took some precautionary measures rather than having some insanely busted, insanely overpowered situations where, like, you know, DMR zone in the past, things like that. They just completely disabled these weapons and removed them from the game. So you can still select them in your created class, in your loadout. You can put the HDR on. You could put these other BO6 snipers or marksmans on, but if you load into a game, it's just going to give you a pistol. You're not going to be able to actually use it. So even though it'll show on your class, it won't load into the match with you. So don't keep those on your loadouts for the time being. Those, again, obviously will be back in a future update, hopefully soon. We do have the last like year on track of them disabling things, like the Core 45 pistol was just missing for the entirety of the last year in Warzone because they disabled it because there were bugs and they just never brought it back. So hopefully we get these guns back sooner rather than later. I have to imagine they'll do so because it's pretty obvious what was wrong with them, and they're a pretty integral part of gameplay as well. They're main you know, sniper classes and main marksman rifle class weapons that a lot of players have been using, so that should get fixed here shortly. COD Updates did also announce that they resolved a recent issue where daily challenges were not properly tracking progress or providing the daily reroll option. I've seen a lot of questions about what's going on with the challenge tracking for the daily challenges, why things aren't working there, so hopefully this does address it if you haven't been playing since they pushed out this update on the 6th. Ideally, those things are now tracking correctly for you. Hey everyone, real quick, wanted to give a shout out to my friends over at G Fuel. All month long, you guys can save a little bit of extra money here using code Immortal on anything on the G Fuel site. It'll actually get you 30% off your entire order. So if you're looking for any last minute gifts for any friends or family, Look no further than G Fuel. They got you covered. They'll keep you hydrated and energized to bring in the new year. Link for that will be down in the description below if you're interested. Now, coming up this week, looking ahead here, we do know that we've got a couple of different updates dropping this week. For one, the Rally Point event is kicking off on the 11th, on Thursday here, and this is going to offer a handful of content. This will be an event you can participate in across in-game, multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone, so it doesn't matter what you're playing, you'll be able to go through and get some rewards here. And some of these rewards include the new NX Ravager crossbow, so full-on new weapon is going to be dropping this week in the form of the crossbow. There's also going to be a new operator skin, a new gun screen, some of the things that they mention there. With this Rally Points event, they say it's up to the community to work together on this one. I'm actually pretty excited to see how this plays out because these leaderboard events they've been doing recently, not really my thing. I think it's a little bit weird that they're basically turning it into a chore. Like if you play the game early and you get score, you now got to continuously log on all the next few days to make sure you're grinding the mode to keep your score up or you won't get the rewards. It just kind of feels like a weird way to do an event. I like this where like doesn't matter how much you're able to play, you can contribute in some capacity and get rewarded for it. They say take on personal missions unlocked over the course of the event to unlock rewards for yourself, so there will be individual rewards, while also contributing to the community missions alongside the global COD community that all players progress together. When community milestones are reached, all players who've participated in the event will receive the reward, including the all-new NX Ravager crossbow special weapon, hit major milestones, and unlock exclusive rewards, including that. They just basically copy and pasted the same sentence twice. Anyways, that is coming up this week, like I said, and so even if you're only able to play for like a little bit here, you'll be able to earn some of those community rewards, and then obviously if you're playing a bit more, you can go through and get some of the individual ones as well. So looking forward to this event dropping on the 11th. And then alongside that, we also have the new weekly challenges. This will be something we're looking at every single week on update days when the challenges go live. I'll be keeping you guys up to date with what the actual challenges are across all modes, so you know what the week sort of looks like there and what the rewards are. This week, the Akimbo shotgun attachment for the Akita is going to be coming. We saw this in the original reveal trailer for Haven's Hollow. Could be a pretty interesting aftermarket part for sure. Curious to see how that goes through and plays out, but we do have the week 2 challenges dropping on the 11th as well, so quite a bit of content upcoming in the next few days. Obviously, there's still a lot of bugs, glitches, other things that need updating in game as well, beyond just what they've mentioned here on the COD updates account and whatnot. Things like voice chat being insanely bugged. I've seen so many comments about this over the past few days, happening a ton to my squad myself, where you just don't have any voice chat whatsoever available for any given game. It's really buggy, really glitchy. Someone in your party might have it and then you don't, and then it's a situation of like, hey, do you guys hear the death comms here? Do you guys hear this other squad talking in game or in Warzone playing? It's like, nope, I've got absolutely nothing here, no comms, and so kind of can put you at a disadvantage at times. Hopefully they do address that, and of course there's several other interesting sort of weird things going on in game that I'm sure we'll have some acknowledgement of here, or some potential updates for in the near future. If they drop any surprise patch notes, they end up giving us any further communication on what's going on there, you guys know this is the place to be to stay informed with all of that. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you never miss another video, and if you enjoyed this one, hit that like button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.